Hello and welcome back to another One Take EDC video. This is Kev. I'm back again with what seems to be one of my most awaited videos to make, one of my most awaited bags. The second most awaited collaboration from Evergoods and Carryology. I am really excited to show you guys the new Griffin CTB26 in hand waxed canvas. I know that this is not the blood orange version. I am a huge fan of blood orange. All my stuff is like orange. But yeah, I was not a big fan of how the blood orange looked in professional settings or during traveling. Be great as a collectible, but that's too much money to put towards a collectible. I know it was around, I think $65 or $75 more than $65 more than what this one was. But yeah, it was tough to get by the time I was online. Although I was online at 7 exactly in the morning, I couldn't grab it. So I just let go of it and got the one that's more readily available. I'm not a big fan of camo. Otherwise, I would have got the other one, the one that they were marketing pretty heavily, because it was a great colorway, but it was not just me. I wanted something subtle, something different than what I had. A lot of my bags, or all of my bags, are black, so I wanted something in waxed, in tan, and it was just a golden opportunity to grab something like this that was also built out of waxed canvas. So this is the CTB26. I've already done a review of the regular CTB26 on my channel. Not much has changed between that and this, apart from the side water bottle pockets, which have been adapted to the waxed canvas configuration, because they're going to put that stretch material here in order for it to, stretch out. So they have done something which I feel is a great implementation, and just what one magnet can do for the silhouette of a bag. So they have done that, and it's fantastic. So this is 100% cotton with which is being treated with with wax, to give it this waxed canvas look. The material comes from this company called Haley Stevenson's. I think they are based out of the UK, and yeah, it's pretty great. It's water resistant. It's got great durability. They say it's durable for years to come. You can put it through hell and it'll still stand after everything, and therefore it is more preferable it was marketed more as an outdoorsy travel bag, where you can see a lot of their marketing material showed people on bikes carrying this, on dirt bikes, on trails, and yeah, I see that appeal. I see where that comes from. The beauty of this material is that during summers it softens up, and that allows it to be more breathable. You have all that good stuff that Evergoods markets in terms of how well they have designed their bags for year-round carry. And during the winters, the wax stiffens a little bit, giving it more rigidity, more structure. And I really like that about the material. And yeah, so what's different in terms of the regular CTB26, this, and if you consider the X-Pack CTB26, which was the Phoenix 2, nothing much has changed in terms of aesthetics from the exterior, just that this material is a bit stiffer, so it will take a bit of time for it to open up entirely. Like you can see mine has just arrived like a couple of days ago, and it is still really stiff, although it's packed out. Not as packed out, because I want to bring to you guys how this bag would be as an everyday carry rather than a travel bag. And I'll also give you a configuration which I could probably use it in terms to carry it for a travel scenario. But for now, it's just packed out with my EDC. Therefore, it doesn't look pretty full. And yeah, so if you go back and look at my previous video, like I said, I really like how the organization goes. So you have a yoke pocket in front here, just like in every CTB26 configuration. You have the organization portion here, which is sort of like a quick access pouch on top. You have the admin zippers here, which has a key loop. And this is perfect because if you see inside, they have put sort of like a mesh portion here with a zipper. So you could put something that you want to secure inside the bag. Plus they have a bunch of pockets here, one for a pen and the other for any small item, usually a wallet. On the sides, you have your famous water bottle pockets for the CTB range. I think only the CTB range, the CHC, the Civic Half Zip range, and if I'm not mistaken, the mountain panel loader, but I'm not 100% sure. I've never looked at that bag for a long time to even know how it looks in terms of a silhouette. Just because the first look of it just screams that it is not a Civic bag. It is a mountain panel loader. I know a lot of people use it as an EDC bag. I have read on Reddit that it is a great dad bag, which means that if you are a father catering to a toddler or a baby, then it will be a great bag to pack out from your EDC and carry probably certain essentials. So yeah, so that is the pockets sections of it. And if you turn it around, it's got the very famous laptop compartment, which is on the external side of the bag, accessible through a side zip. Unfortunately, the laptop cannot be accessed from inside. This is just the only way you could access your laptop. On the back, you have your very very trusty and often infamous straps of Evergoods. I seem to like them. A lot of people have complaints that they are not the best straps, but they seem comfortable to me. The only thing that is different this time is the entire strap has been given the wax canvas treatment, which is a concern for a lot of people if there is any transfer from the wax that is on the bag, which I would like to tell you there isn't any. At least for me, there wasn't any. And also the back panel has been given the wax canvas treatment, and it doesn't take away from the properties of this back panel. It's still the same breathable back panels. At least for me, it was such. On top, you have the grab handles that are also in this coyote brown color, actually a darker brown than coyote. And you have your leather pull straps, which are perfect in my opinion. I believe that it really adds to the premium aesthetic of the bag, and it should, because it's $425 US for this. And if you are living in the Canadian side of things, it goes way about $500 or $600 Canadian dollars. So this puts itself up in that premium bag range, which I feel it justifies that price if this fits all your needs, right? So yeah, as a travel bag, it's perfect. Now, as this is a Civic travel bag, and it is in the panel loader configuration, which means that it opens all the way. The zippers go all the way and this way. So this is one of the configurations that I really like. Simple thing is that if the simple reason for it is that you can open it half zip and access whatever's on the top, or you can lay it down like this and find everything that you need inside the bag immediately. Now, what's different between this, the original CTB, and the Phoenix 2 is the Phoenix 2 and this share the same high-vis blood orange or high-vis orange interior, whereas the regular CTB just has the Evergoods gray interior, which I also pretty like, which I also like a lot. In terms of the internal organization, you have this pouch here, which has two separate organization pockets where you could put sort of like a wallet or a gun. If you're not comfortable putting your wallet in the admin slot, which is in the front, you can do that. In terms of the space, and here, it's left to you as to how to use it. There is a water bladder pocket here in case you want to put a water bladder in there and then route it internally through the straps. You could do that as well. You could use it as a laptop sleeve, or also you could put your iPad, or like I have done, you can just put an EDI, which is the Elements drop-in from Evergoods. This has my iPad mini, a few documents, a book, a notebook, and a pen. And this goes in that side because a lot of times I put some important documents in here because this is sort of weatherproof, so it keeps it safe. So there you go. You could put your EDI in there. I also put my medicine pouch and my doc kit right on top here. In case I need to grab it in an emergency, it's right there. This is my, as you might have seen in a lot of my videos, this is my cable, hard drive, mouse, carry. This is sort of like my, my desk caddy. Whenever I need something out of this, it comes right from there. So that lives at the bottom. It's been raining pretty much in Vancouver a lot, so an umbrella. Usually this is on the outside, but I just wanted to show you guys the inside organization possibilities, so I put it inside. I also carry a tote with me. This is the Carryology Alpha 19er collaboration. So the small version of that tote. It's great for carrying like groceries and last moment stuff in case I need it. In Vancouver, they started charging you a bit of change in order to get a bag, or even say a small plastic container to carry your stuff. So it's always great to have this on hand, and it folds out perfectly. It's got the Carryology tote sort of a patch on it, which is pretty cool. And like I said, the other difference between this and the one that came with the Phoenix 2 is that in the Phoenix 2 you have sort of like a organization compartment here. It is like a mole loop sort of a pouch inside which you could organize a bit of stuff. But in this one, it's just plain configuration of the CTB with the internals being orange. The zippers, as usual, are the greatest bits of one of the greatest bits of Evergoods. They do a great job with the zipper. If you look in the front here, you have the Griffin patch. I don't know how I forgot that. That's one of the main things that attracted me towards the bag. Is these patches. Apart from already, the great organization that the CTB has. Now, talking about one of the most important bits for somebody who's looking at a CTB bag, apart from it being 26 liters and everything else, is in the Evergoods line, at least, the seaside water bottle pockets. A lot of people make buying decisions based on, how if there's a water bottle pocket or not. And the CTB20 was one of the smaller bags which had a water bottle pocket and was of the CTB range, and everybody was excited about that. So yeah, you could put a pretty massive water bottle in here. I hear that a 1 liter water bottle fits, but what I have in here is just an 18 ounce. And when you do not need the water bottle pocket to be in this configuration where you're putting something in there, there are magnets here on this end, on this side, which you could just close, and it adds to the silhouette of the bag getting a little bit sleeker. So yeah, a lot of people ask me, does a cap one fit in here? Yes, a cap one fits in there. It's just that if your bag is new and it is yet to break in, it's going to take a bit of time for it to adjust to the size of the cap one. But a cap one perfectly fits in here. You can take a cap one along. I don't know how safe it is to carry your cap ones outside on your side pocket, but it is doable. It's pretty much doable. Apart from that, any other complaints that I might have with the bag? Yeah, one of the complaints that I have, which I think is down to personal opinion, is how heavy the bag is empty and how heavy it gets once it's packed out. Once it's packed out is entirely subjective. It's how you put it's how much gear you load into this. But yeah, it gets pretty uncomfortably heavy. It would be great if you would not be commuting with this a lot. But it can easily be used to commute. Now, the thing is that I usually don't say a lot of bad things about Evergoods because I like it as a brand, and it is just biased probably. But like everything Evergoods that I own, for the same matter, the TB20, which is the transit briefcase, which has one of the most atrocious straps in the history of briefcases, started to grow on me a bit. I started wearing it a little higher than I would, and unlike wearing it like a side bag, I started wearing it like a crossbody sling, And then I got the appeal of how, the strap would work. If it was a little bit thicker, it would have totally taken away from, how it could be worn. But it would add to the comfort a little bit if it was a little thicker. Similarly, the weight is a little too much. I think it's just because of the wax canvas. So you're making the compromise of having something that's durable for the years to come, or something that is a little bit heavier, which I feel is something that comes down to personal preference. But I'd like it to get a little bit lighter, just for the purpose that if it by itself weighs around a couple of kilograms, then it would totally add to my check-in. Somebody's really blowing up my phone. Add to my check-in weight. So apart from that, in terms of aesthetics, in terms of organization, in terms of comfort, apart from the weight, it ticks all the boxes. Some would say one of the cons is also the price. It's a couple of I think it's $425. It is $425, but it is, I think, a $30 or $40 more than the base model, or I think more, if I'm not mistaken. I think close to $100 more. But the CTB solution dyed black is out of stock. I'll put it down in the description as to what the price difference is. I bought it a long time ago, and I've never gone back since, because both my CTBs, the X-Pack and the regular solution dyed, have been unfortunately, they're no more a part of my collection. So I'm glad that I have another CTB back in the rotation now. And if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments. If you need a follow-up video, please let me know. We're growing pretty steadily, and I really enjoy having people who really care about the content and are willing to grow with me, rather than expect everything to be perfect from day one. The bag is empty, so it's just lopsiding everywhere I place it this way. Thank you so much for your support. And if you want to reach out to me personally, you can follow me on Instagram at OneTakeEDC, or you can come down to the Reddit forums and look for me at Kev Fernandez. That's it from me for now. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend. And cheers.